It's 1 of 2 from the stripe. The Atlanta Hawks come into this one following a loss to the Magic in Orlando.
And the effort down the stretch, those final few minutes of regulation, you know, that's what they needed, but they were burnt out in the overtime.
Yeah, that's a good call, Greg. I mean, there was a little bit of a letdown for them in overtime. That can happen after you expend so much energy just to force the overtime.
Jones drives in.
Move the ball. Stick it to
Nobody near Stevenson. And that one off the back of the rim and in. Stevenson's got 5 points now this quarter. And there's the feed to Splitter. He dishes it to Hood. 1:11 left in the third. And there's the pass to Uretko. Millsap's checked in. And the Bulls making a change here as well. Q, he's checked in for Tony Snell. Stevenson passes to Q. He kicks to Jones. Here's Q. Gets the 14-footer to fall. Q's got 26 points.
Boy, what a half from the field they're having. They're going to extend that lead if they stay this high.
Yeah, they've taken it up a notch, Clark. Looking very confident right now. And he found a perfect spot behind the arc there. Big gap in the D.
2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. And stolen by Sefolosha. And here's the fast break. Sefolosha leading the way. That's good. Outside, Jones. Here's Q. Another one falls for Chicago.
He's so tough to guard. He can fake you one way and then just spin right by you.
And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. Bulls lead by 15. And we're coming right back. Be sure to stay with us as we get started for the fourth quarter.
And I can't quit. All I know is HBK, yeah, you know how we. And I can't quit. All I know is HBK, yeah, you know.
More levels, more devils.
And we welcome you back as we get going here in the fourth quarter. The final quarter of play can change everything.
On your face forward, no good reason at all. We in a bad place. Hip-hop is separated by the nice.
Chicago leading by 15. So the Bulls 5 right now. Q in at the 3. Mirotic out there with Noah. And there's Kemba Walker. And it's Holiday in at the 2-guard spot. Now here's Teague. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in. Teague's got the first points up on the board here in the fourth for the Hawks. Hangs in midair and converts on the double clutch layup. And that's now 30 points for Freak. And Atlanta has possession. Teague dishes to Millsap. Nobody near Parsons. And the baseline jumper no good. Chicago's gone 5 of 10 from downtown tonight. 50% exactly. They get a hand on it. Right side to Walker, 11 feet away. And it's Chicago scoring again.
And really smart to draw his man out to the perimeter. He's giving up too much size to be effective inside.
Showed nice basketball IQ. I agree, Greg. I mean, if he finds his spot on the perimeter and doesn't force it, I think his outside shot will be hard to block no matter who's defending.
Sound offensively. Really no other way to put it here in the second half.
There's really no comparison between the teams in terms of the way they've both shot the ball since the break.
The Hawks trail by 19. At the elbow, it's Parsons. Korver gets a wide open look. Nice open look, but it's no good. For Chicago, they've gotten all 3 of their shots to drop here in the fourth quarter. They came out of the break on a roll. No good from Q.
He had a couple in the first, but so far he's been unable to get uncorked here.
T kicks to Korver. Back to T. Unhindered, going all the way. Atlanta with the rebound. We're playing host to Toronto for the next one. And that game is the second of 2 straight at home. Kicks it to Parsons. Millsap passes to T. And it's good.
The shooting has has really been there for him today, but he may have to take it upon himself to continue to carry this team and try and get out of this hole.
They're starting to feel it from deep. Let's tighten up our pressure on the perimeter and make those looks tougher to get. We're going to give up the drive, but we have to rotate on the weak side to get there.
Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Horford.
You know what? A low percentage pass on that one, but sometimes it's worth the risk.
Well, that time the risk did not pay off because it was well defended.
It's good from Q.
And he has just been in a flow offensively. Terrific game. He has been the X factor.
Teague against Walker. Here's Horford. And that comes off the assist by Jeff Teague.
Boy, he picked him out brilliantly with that feed inside.
The Bulls leading by 17. Passes to Q. Dish now to Mirotic. A strong finish under heavy pressure all over it.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Purposeful passing it is, partner. Their last 10 points have all come off assists.
Parsons for three. The shot no good. Now Chicago takes it the other way. Teague against Walker. Pass to Q.
Move the ball. It's sticking too much.
Puts it up. Rebound, Atlanta. Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by. A clear look for Parsons. Parsons can't get that one to fall.
Their game plan needs to change if they're going to get out of this hole because he is just not there offensively.
And that one's good.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
Outside Teague. Korver kicks to Teague. Misses the three.
One made three for him for the game. Does he focus closer in? Let's see.
Boy, I tell you what, guys, he's an extremely strong finisher. I'm surprised he wasn't able to power that through the defense.
Now here's Parsons. That shot wide open. And that's 13 points for Teague.
Well, after a horrible half of shooting, they've bounced back here in the second half and picked up their shooting percentage quite nicely.
Back to Walker. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely. And the Bulls lead by 21.
And one team is just completely out. Passing the other tonight. Spirited performance. And it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Bulls.
And they could do no wrong today, Steve. That's right. This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
Yeah, and a very satisfying win for them, too. A game to remember, and on the other side, definitely one you want to forget as soon as possible.
And so this will mark the 15th win of the year for them.
And they're finally going to take a game in this heated season series. This victory will give them 1 win, 2 losses, with 1 game left to play on the year against the Hawks.
A fantastic show. And what an amazing all-around game it was for Q. There wasn't much they could do to slow him down as he was converting every good chance he got.
And that one misses. And Atlanta will go for a different look here. Jerebko's checked in for Millsap. Sefolosha comes in for Chandler Parsons. Rodney Hood's checked in for Kyle Korver. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Jeff Teague. He doesn't get the second one. Jones dishes to Snell. The pass to Q. 6 on the shot clock. And the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim. Q's got 36.
He shot the ball exceptionally well as they've built this lead for themselves here.
Horford with the screen on Jones. Schroeder kicks to Sefolosha. Hits the jumper in space.
The offense has clearly kicked into gear. The question, though, is it just a little too late?
Yeah, I think it may be, Greg. At least they're finally showing some signs of life offensively. Too bad I think it's past the point where it'll do much good.
They set the pick. Down low. Snell, the pass to Kelly. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down.
That one will seal the deal there. They've exploded here at the end.
Boy, I love the serious killer instinct they've shown, finishing strong.
The shot's good from Jerebko.
You know, the defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
And, Greg, especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, come on now. You know he doesn't miss too many open looks like that.
Q, no good there. And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Nice win for you.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Hey y'all, Ernie Johnson here along with Kenny Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Welcome back for the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Freak. Just a monster first quarter of the game. He came out hot and just never cooled down. That boost he gave his team early on, a huge factor.
You're not going to see a lot of guys have 15 rebounds in a night. He was hustling all game long and didn't seem to waver at all. You could sort of tell early that this was going to be a great game for him.
Well, he showed us just how good he can be when he's at the top of his game. And the building was stunned. You saw people leaving early, throwing popcorn, throwing hot dogs, spilling soda. He put on a CSDP, a crowd shut down performance. Man, that's what I'm talking about, Ernie.